this map a bit beforehand, and you said that you felt pretty good about Cloud9 making a run at this and getting us to map 3.
Yeah, I think so far they're undefeated this stage on this map, and I think it's a place where LG has shown a little bit of weakness, especially last week. However, LG has reverted back to not playing right on this map, and I think everybody's breathing a sigh of relief. But most importantly, I think they're reverting back to the same comp that they ran last season. They ran at the beginning of the season. And we'll see how it goes right now. B-Dog and Nada, obviously, those are where we're looking for. And also to note, this is where Cloud9, even with the Curry swap to Viper and playing on this team, still beat Optic, right? And kind of battered them, actually. So this is a strong map for them.
Yeah, but that is interesting because I think the reason, some may say the reason they looked as good as they did was because Curry was still on that Viper, a pick that's very comfortable for him. We talked about the change from controller to initiator for Cloud9, and again, it is Vanity who's on that Viper, so we'll see how it plays out.
Okay, look at the mini-map right now, and you might not be able to tell the difference. Vanity is literally in B garage while the spike is going down, so identical to how Curry was playing.
Granted, there's a tiny gap in the wall. They push off of the Prowler, but my goodness, Luminosity don't seem to mind about whatever's being thrown their way. Leaf and Vanity are left. You've got the Molly there to provide some trouble, or at least try to, but Dazzle gets it to half. Have to finish this thing off, though. Vanity goes aggressive. He's able to get 2. 15 HP, though. Vanity gets 3. Tig gets him in a 1v1, and I don't know if there's enough time for the defuse. Vanity with insane heroics. Oh my gosh, there's no way! What is that round?
That is the most back and forth round I think I've ever seen.
I think I'm sweating.
Oh my goodness. We go from Cloud9 just walking on the site, getting it pretty easily. Look like they're in a great position to play the post plant. They're spread really wide to LG getting 3 kills as they approach. 3 kills right away. And then Vanity with the massive flank gets the orb up, the Molly on the spike. Even though it gets halved, he comes through with 3 massive kills. And there we go.
Yo, Loki, how Mata didn't land a single bullet onto Vanity. It looked like the barrel was literally touching him. That's how close they were, but there must have been a massive gust or breeze that pushed the bullets off. I don't know.
Well, that was a massive success for Cloud9 right now. They've actually got to deal with the setup here from Dazzle up close with the shorty. Hopefully, Vanity does what he did last round, which is really, really late lurks, but Zeppa's joining him, so I don't think that's going to be the case. They're going to walk into this, but meanwhile, they've got the split down, so ooh, player coming behind.
Tig. Oh, Tig gets nothing. Oh, that's brutal.
Push it instead of waiting in this case, too. So lose any chance of getting and converting anything on that as well with that impatience.
Nah, I mean, I would have pushed it. If you were Tig there, you don't push that? You push that.
Tig, absolutely. No, I'm not talking about Tig. I'm talking about this part right here. B-Dog.
Ah, yes.
Dazzle was it.
Last player standing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you're expecting them to have somebody holding this yellow area and maybe try to push up into yellow when they go for a mid split. That's usually the case. Maybe there's one person. I mean, in the past it's been Sova with a drone. But yeah, at least one. The other thing to note is while we've had the controller switch from Vanity and Curry, you're actually kind of used to seeing Tig play Viper in a lot of instances and also play controller, and he hasn't been able to play either of the map so far because Moose is stepping into that role. And yeah, that actually is a change from previous games.
Mind you, Moose did quite well on the controller in the previous map, on the Brimstone specifically, but you're right, that is an interesting note on the change.
And Tig has been a prolific controller player in the way that he can be ratty. So missing that is going to be interesting. I think on defensive side specifically, he's been really, really good at finding openings.
Leaf's starting to hit some of the shots that we were perhaps seeing him miss at the beginning of Fracture. As he swings out and finds a second. Note that this is a gun round for for Luminosity. You still have the op in the hands of B-Dog. He's on the opposite side of the map, though.
That's a good pick. Definitely going to even this back out, and you can see the deficiencies of this wall right now. Just take a lot of space to walk through.
Welcome.
Oh, no way.
He escaped.
Tig, you're a madman. How much more can you find? He's getting the heal. The drone is going to give him some info, and now Dazzle's going to try to do the same.
They have a wall
Getting spammed through. B-Dog's not able to land a shot with the op. It's a 3v3. Time running low, and there's Dazzle's wall. Oh, but it breaks through.
And not only I think his feet were visible there, but also they just spam right through it because there's still so many players alive that that wall loses its value a little bit. Cloud9 starting off really strong on this map, and I think this is what we expected. My worry here for LG is that if they don't do well on this map, they've just now gone to potentially just dominating on Fracture to almost throwing it to getting stopped, and that has got to do number. I mean, I'm getting way ahead of myself right now, but still,
Cloud9 is worth noting though.
Good.
Yeah, that's certainly something to keep in the back of your mind as you think through how teams approach things from a mental perspective. Luminosity with not much of a buy here. You've got the Marshall in the hands of Dazzle and the Stinger for Moose. A Prowler pushing Mata back.
No punish at all on this orb take from Mata either. So he's going to definitely keep trying to steal that on these eco rounds.
I'm just waiting for some sort of aggression or some sort of early space being grabbed from LG, but
I mean, they pushed it last time, right? After the mid split. So
yeah, that's true.
In two places, both mid and B lane. So definitely a good call. I was getting a little worried how they're going to clear him out of there, but no, doesn't matter. Nice peek from Leaf as well. Doesn't see anything backside. B-Dog has taken the angle now, but plan was to fall away the entire time anyways. Any info that could have gotten would have been nice, though.
Seconds left.
How much can Dazzle find here with the Marshall? I don't know. Okay, Tig is shown up. He's got the Sheriff. Nest. Not able to land the second shot. Good bit of damage dealt, but Tig gets one with the shock dart. Still healthy enough to fight. Well, he was. Zepp was able to clear him out, and yeah, you see the gun difference there for Cloud9 was just too strong, and while LG made a run at it, they dropped both Mitch and Curry. That's all it was.
I really like the consistency that they're going on these anti-ecos into a mid-split. I think that's somewhere where you can really force the gun advantages because you're spread thin between holding the B lane and holding mid, typically. And in this case, they go a little bit towards A, pull some rotates off of mid before hitting that. And it makes it really easy to work with. Obviously, things got a little scary when the shock dart was coming in from Tig on top. And Marshall from Dazzle as well coming in from the backside too. But either way, it's going to be something that LG now has to think of. Even though they're on anti-ecos and eco rounds for themselves, they're thinking right now, Cloud9 is really, really working the mid late in these rounds. So how do they actually maintain control of that situation?
Only one spotted with the Haunt there. The Prowler's not going to get to Dazzle.
This is a great push from Mata. I don't know how he got all this space, but just walked up with the wall.
But this goes back to what you were talking about, Paula. It seems to have been mid-elong splits, and it may not be a mid-split this time. There's no presence there, but it does look like they're going to try to go middle, and Mata's going down to.
Yeah, look at that alarm bot, too. The trademark is way away. It's in middle. So they're not going to know yet. You could slip through. Hello?
Oh.
Did you just not notice it was on top of the box or what? I mean, he just triggered it right then, so Cloud9 knows.
May have missed it. But they're going to try to push through. Look at him. They're trying to take the fight straight up to what LG had, and B-Dog's able to fend them back. You hear the 100 Fury come through as Dazzle's trying to stay alive back there as well. And now Mata on the flank. Zeppa with a massive shot. It's going to take a whole lot more to get through this round. B-Dog with 3, courtesy of that op. As LG finally find a round.
Now, I'm reconsidering. Obviously, I think it was a mistake for Mata to trigger that alarm bot, but the way that Cloud9 pushes, I think, is a result of actually realizing there's somebody on the flank.
Yes.
Because they try to take more space than they would typically. They try to go for the Navi strat, or DRX is running it a lot. Optic has picked this up a lot, where they're walling off the backside of the site and pushing Snowman. And that gets punished easily for LG. They deal with that without, losing pretty much anything.
Well, I think that could have easily been flipped, though. If B-Dog doesn't land that first shot and whoever was pushing him back in Snowman, they might crack that thing open. So
Sure.
it did take a big play out of him, but you're right. They handled it well. Yeah, Leaf used that tour de force, too. You mentioned that orb, and that has been part of the key to which they've been able to find success across the middle of the map. Interesting spot for this alarm bot, too. Mata finding nothing.
Yeah, that's multiple rounds now. He's gotten picked outside early.
Face your fear!
And with this Nightfall coming down as well, it's going to be hard for anybody in the backside of site to do anything without being able to know where the hit's really coming from. But Cloud9 doesn't even commit to it. He made the right play.
Yeah, and the interesting, too, is B-Dog ultimately falls, but LG didn't really take many steps back with that Nightfall in their face with the Prowler that was headed their way, too. They try to hold their ground. But while that was happening, as you said, while the spike was already out, it was rotating towards B, and it's been planted.
Leaf.
Take a snap.
I love that peek from Leaf right off the bat through the wall, and then now also just such a massive angle. So LG already saving, already picking up the weapons to got the op back, you're right. And Leaf is hunting again. And the thing is, okay, no, I actually thought that somebody was holding the cross on the other side. They're not. And that leaves Leaf to hunt without them knowing whether he crossed back or not, and they're really hunting. I mean, every single player has gone from the spike right now.
And he's got to be careful, though. There's someone in spawn that's covering Tig. Dazzle spots him. He's not able to land the initial shots, and he ultimately falls. Tig trying to keep that up. No, not able to do it.
This is such a good start from Cloud9. They have planted every single round. We're going to see it on the timeline right here.
Better not be wrong.
Those elimination wins are still plants. Every single round. And that speaks to how their game plan is working. I mean, they're pulling LG on so many different levels everywhere. And that round, again, can't stress enough the importance that Leaf pushes through that wall on the rope and gets an op kill. Is so cheeky because at that point, LG's already in the Nightfall. They've already been tagged by that. They can't hear anything. They're deafened. And when that falls, they end up looking and there's nobody past the wall. They're like, oh, they're running away. They're faking. And then right when they start rotating, Leaf finds the timing. I look to B-Dog here right now because Mata is trying to get aggressive on these pushes. He's trying to find entries, trying to give them an advantage. And there's the replay that I was talking about, that Leaf push through the rope. But
Well, it's filthy.
B-Dog is not taking any space. In comparison, it's the same thing we saw on Fracture from him. Very passive on this chamber. And if we go to map 3, which it looks like we will right now, we'll see a completely different story from B-Dog. He is so aggressive when he plays on the jet.
The thing is, too, to go back to Fracture, even though he may not have necessarily been aggressive, B-Dog was hitting some of those opening shots.
For sure.
It just hasn't been the case here.
I think on IceBox, when you take the passive angles, you're in some cases putting yourself in a position where you're not going to find anything.
Yeah. Cloud9 again showing versatility and diversity in how they approach their attacking halves. It's fast, it's slow, it's mid, it's B. Doing a really good job of keeping LG on their back foot.
And again, not getting that one. He was deep in that corner. But tries to hold a passive angle and has to TP away. Cloud9 has forced him back. I think that one might have been due to a knife from Curry. So he has to TP away.
Passive angle. Leaf has the height advantage. He drops down. The flick's not going to land. You see the null command come through.
They're faking it again. This is now twice in a row. Cloud9 going for fakes and it's working in spades.
30 seconds left.
Dazzle trying to find his way back to the middle of the map. Curry falls, so they don't have to worry about that anymore, but soon enough they're going to understand that the spike is being planted on A. Here comes the molly. Itch stays alive. Doesn't hit.
Poison's off.
No flank concern as Curry finally falls.
Revealing area.
It's a high one.
How do you get in? Just gonna have to try it anyway. The Prowler goes up top. You're gonna have to get through the Viper wall that's up, and then the Operator in the hands of Leaf that's holding back sight. The mollies, everything dumped out on there. And then Zeppa's still there. Mata's gonna have to go ballistic. He's able to get 2 tickets, one as well. And they get the defuse.
He was so high up on that one. The dart from Tig early on actually forces them back. They don't break it. And they're all past the halfway point of pipes. In that case, Mata has all the room to work with. I don't know where he updrafted from, but I'm guessing that was from Nest. Double updraft. And I mean, that's such a hard flick to hit if you're any members of the Cloud9 side while they're also working on. This is it right here. Gets up on top of the rope, and yeah, updrafts. Woo! There goes that boy.
And Leaf stopped it from being worse, to be honest.
But at that point as well, you finally have Dazzle coming in with the wall. That knife just barely missing. Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, that.
I've never seen that ult actually go halfway on top of the 410. So he has a
Looks
gap
like
on the
there's a
back side.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can they find enough space to work their way through?
And look at-
see Moose playing in there.
This is such a great ult. Look how it's actually pushing all the way inside of the place where Cloud9 wants to be. They're going to go through the pipes though, on top of the ropes.
Leaf was the first one to try to get through, and Curry followed. They're both met with their demise. Mitch a little bit weaker. You see him flirting with the wall, but as soon as the wall goes up, Mitch's body goes down. Spike is going to follow too. Tig trying to reposition from backside, take care of Zeppa, and he does. Vanity again is going to have to do it himself, and he's not able to as LG get to 3.
Such nice play from Moose in that situation. And honestly, it feels like the rattiness has transferred from Tig to him. That was such a good ult. And that one I think that Cloud9 was expecting. Look at Curry and Leaf trying to get through it. And then Curry's like, hold up, there's a spot where I can fight, but Moose is ready for that. And he's able to have a pocket on the left side of that. Really, really good stuff. Anybody who's swinging through that, by the way, Mitch, is decayed by a lot because of how far advanced that ult goes.
Interesting different lineup to get the poison orb down, and the spam comes through as Leaf tried getting behind it. Was unable to do so.
He would have met Mata too, so Mata now has a chance to go for something here in mid. He's gone for a lot. In some cases, chewed off a bit more than he can chew. You could peek with the drone.
It's a pretty big bite on the other side of that tube. Mata.
What a
It's
wall!
actually Curry who decides to go forward first.
Actually, I thought I saw a wall from Dazzle, but no, I thought he actually used it to stop anybody from approaching because he didn't have his dash. But B-Dog, again, this passive angle that I was talking about last night, this time Vanity just walks into it. And LG have come alive. Looking to take the 4th round right now and get close to even things out, and I think they will.
No charges left.
It's still pretty early, but I have to mention again the stat that you dropped earlier, Bala Cloud9 undefeated on this map.
30 seconds left.
And LG, they're starting to push them around. They've found some of the tendencies to which Cloud9 like to play their attacking halves, and they've been able to expose them. And then it also, to go back to the passive angles that are being held by B-Dog, he's starting to hit those shots, and I think that's a key difference maker.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only B-Dog, but
10
specifically
seconds left.
Mata. All right, that last...
Knife him.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Save the gun. Yeah, I mean, specifically, Mata was losing so many of those early fights, right? And all of a sudden, I think that's 3 rounds in a row now where LG have gotten the first kill. Yeah, 3 rounds in a row where they got the first kill, and I think Mata has 2 of them. And even in cases where they already get one, I think Tig got spammed to the smoke in that case. They're able to capitalize on good setup. What?
Shot. That's insane.
10 seconds
Left.
Wait, did Mata see his gun barrel?
Run that back. Was he in tube?
Yeah, can we? No, not that. I think
Okay. He was on top of it and just walked right by. So anyways, we're into the 10th round now.
No, for Cloud9, a Spectre, a Stinger. Make that 2 Spectres, excuse me. And it looks like Tig might try to go hunting across the middle of the map. He's got the drone. Try to find some info. He's not going to spot anyone. He will understand that the space is clear, though. As Cloud9 try to get onto A, the spike is just out of reach, though. And they've got the Viper's Wall that could perhaps provide some cover. Zep is tucked back in, but the shock dart from Tig is gorgeous. Just the right time. That was preemptive. That landed as he was tapping it.
Yep. Again, another first kill. And right into the post plant again. Vanity has an opportunity, maybe. If he gets a couple kills to drop. Nope.
Ah, that would have been massive. Tig gets 3 on the round, starts off with the shock dart, 2 with the Vandal, and then the defuse at the end. Excuse me, it was Mata who's going to get it. The Hunter's Fury is online. They have... Their LG are in a great spot to take the lead back.
Yeah, they really are. 2 rounds left in the half, and things are really starting to work on a lot of levels. Cloud9 will call the timeout and try to figure out something else. And since these rounds have started getting strung together from LG, Cloud9 has been trying to make certain approaches that have been working, where they're able to counter Mata, for example, pushing in an early spot, but not finding the same success.
It's situations like Isbala where you really see an IGL prove his worth, right? When you had momentum, you were calling the attacking half really well, and then you just kind of run into a brick wall, and the brick wall happens to be LG here. But these adaptations, this is where Vanity really shines. What play does he call? How deep does he reach into that playbook to stop the bleeding, right? To get momentum going back their way. Look at how comfortable the lead they had. They were up 5-1.
Yeah. It's a hard...
To potentially get it 6-6 or 7-5 even almost feels like a loss.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, it would be. It's tough to call in these spots because LG is not doing anything outlandish, right? It's very basic plays. The mid play that they had that one round. It's hard to come up with some sort of set play that will do anything, and I think this time they've got a mid split onto A instead, cooked up.
Yeah, but the pings on the minimap just a second ago were pinging all the way through out of the back of A.
Looking for that lyric, they're calling an audible.
Nightfall's not going to hit anyone.
And
yeah, I don't even know if Moose got tagged. He didn't.
well, he must have, after falling off with that wall. Again, there's an ult here. Vanity's going to put it down. There's Tig's ult, though. And if he finds, yeah, Curry's gone immediately. Can't play
Leaf
this
on the late lurk, though. Oh, he's so patient. Unable to get the second, and the res brings Curry back up. Numbers back in favor of Cloud9. And Leaf is going re-aggressing again. He's going to try to test the middle of the map. Have LG short of those defenses there as they try to spam through the Viper's Pit. Tig backing up as Mata falls. We asked what kind of play Cloud9 would call. That one.
And the Nightfall got a lot of value there, even though it didn't necessarily tag somebody, although I'm not sure if Moose did get tagged on top of the screens there. I don't think he did. Either way, it clears the site for them. That's the most important thing, is the info that it gets. And because of that, they walk on. They know there's nobody playing there. This means Leaf's flank is going to be massively impactful. And they get the ult from Vanity down for free.
Who will I spot first?
Play around it perfectly, even with the Hunter's Fury out from Tig.
You want to play? Let's play.
Cloud9 take the lead back. You hear the Tour de Force come through as LG not satisfied to play back or to play passively this time. They're pushing their way forward, and Cloud9 drop them both. Oh, but Tig perhaps can find something here. He's going to drop a drone.
All up to Moose right now.
Forward. Yeah, and the null command stops that instantly. Moose has to give the space up. He has to preserve his life.
Nice jump. Following it up. Good movement from him, but he's going to get... Oh, dot punish from Vanity.
Flick.
Spike planted.
The flank as well from Tig. He's gone for it after that drone without spotting any information, and that has pinched all 3 players from Cloud9 on the site.
There's nothing to keep him back. It's going to have to be Zeppa holding that angle himself. Tig, he's got to dart back up. Doesn't use it. The flick is there, but the trade comes back instantly. 2v2 here as Curry's still playing down back site. Boost with 16 HP. He's not going to get it either. As Curry cleans things up, Cloud9 get to a 7-5 half. We're going to break. We'll be right back.
Switching sides.
7-5 lead for Cloud9 as we enter the second half of IceBox. LG made it competitive at the end, but Cloud9 off the timeout find their footing and take the lead right back. Now we see Luminosity on the attacking half, and it looks like Bala, that's going to be hit right up the middle of the map.
Yeah, it is. And has got the orb and Amalia as well, so this is for sure going to be something fast here. Actually, they're backing up a little bit, potentially trying to get away from this knife. And it's used on A, so they're going to slow walk this instead. And this is what I was talking about, using the Sova on the B lane when you go for a mid-split. I'm curious where they're going to use the wall from Dazzle, though. Is it going to be typically in the mid-spot? Zeppa's got his Prowler. Are they going to dodge it? Yes, they do.
Yes, they are. Wow. And now Mitch knows, oh, he doesn't feel comfortable getting the timing down on the wall. He has to give the space back up. Leave, that was a seize there that tries to keep them back, and yeah, Vandy's able to capitalize on that and take care of Dazzle. Mamada trades it back. The ult's been picked up, or the spike is picked up, excuse me. Curry not able to land the shots. Moose wins that out. Oh, and it's a foot race towards the middle of the map, back to A. B-Dog wins that out. Have they taken care of Zeppa? Yes, they have. B-Dog gets 3 on the round. LG gets 6.
That's now the 3rd pistol round for LG. That was a great one. I love that. Sneaking past the Prowler. So well timed. Avoiding the knife that wasn't thrown at them anyways. And then forcing so much utility. Making it look like they're really going to hit through kitchen. So everybody's falling back over towards the bridge near Snowman. Andy's looking down the lane. So is Zeppa throwing that C's. But instead, they just pivot back to an A split. And it works super, super well.
Early knife again. Same spot from Curry. No info gathered. But this time, Mitch has crept all the way down tube.
And there is no counter buy from Cloud9 either. So this should be around for them. Leaf Headhunter, really deep Snowman though. Could cause problems. How do they clear that out? They're waiting for placing this wall.
There's really no, I mean, he's at a place to be able to play safe. He has no rendezvous or anything like that to get out of. He gets pressure, but he's so far back, as you said. They should be able to reposition. The Sage Wall goes up, the Mollies to deny the plan early on. He's getting picked up. Oh, that hurts. Now they try to take the site back. Again, you see that knife. It was used at the very beginning of the round by Curry. It's just up in time. Try to help them take this site back. Remember, they only have pistols. Mitch is the one exception here who has a shorty. The fight for back sight continues. You've got the Prowler, you've got Slorbs all over the place, and Curry on the other side of this flash. He pops through the wall.
They walled out that.
Tries to provide quick cover as Mata stays alive.
Oh, they walled out the spike.
Shock Dart kills Moose. There's a little bit of friendly fire there, but that's all right for LG as they tie us up at 7.
I was getting super nervous there. Sorry for stepping over you, but that was... They did not note that wall down for so long from Mitch. And that got really close. I'm not sure if we'll see the defuse timer on this replay. But they got it past half, like 3/4 of the way before that wall got broken. This was close. And he could have shut that down. I think it was Vanity. Could have gotten the kill onto the player who was pushing past him. So that could have been a round 1. And I've seen way too many defuses stuck.
Just this weekend.
In the past 3 days, that I'm so happy I didn't just see that.
Probably would have been on cue for us, though.
I think I would have left. I'm not going to lie.
LG tie us up at 7. Shorty in the hands of B-Dog and a bit of a light by the rest of the way. Curry dropped an early knife again, not in the same spot. But I mentioned that only because we've already seen a couple of rounds where he's able to use it instantly, and the round delays for so long that it comes back up and it becomes a problem again.
And somehow,
there's that knife again.
It is important to note the buy from LG because of how bad that round went. It is a rough bonus, but B-Dog did get his op up, and now Moose losing his life without putting a wall down is going to make things difficult. But it does give a lot of room for B-Dog to work his magic with the op. He's just not here with his team, though, and that is going to cost them, I think, as Leaf has such a good angle with the TP as well.
The star duelist for Luminosity falls. No entry out. No ability to speak of. Leaf is still playing down low. The Haunt tries to give him some info, and while Leaf knew someone was coming, he wasn't able to land the shots. Now 9 seconds left as the spike goes down. Prowler's going to show up a bit late, but again, there's no punish, there's no swing.
Yeah, but the punish
Big is still able to tuck.
could be B-Dog. He's got that tour de force out, don't forget. Oh, the knife! Oh! It just missed!
Oh my gosh. I think it got cleared out. Yeah. Either way, he still has it up, and he has too many targets to look at, and there he is, able to settle on one. But not able to get much more. Zeppa's going to get the defuse. Cloud9 take the lead back.
Oh my goodness. Around that, yeah, should have been very, very, easy for Cloud9 to get the buy, but again, they put themselves in a position where they give up the spike plant to Luminosity. And we're starting to look again at a lot of post plants going in this case. And we do have a good buy from Luminosity this time. No op though in the hands of B-Dog. Not going to be a major factor. Okay, there might be some miscommunication going on here on the Cloud9 side. There's nobody at the A site right now. There's nobody at the A site right now.
Seems like either timing or they wanted to play retake, but you're right. Either way, they've got some presence mid. They've got a whole lot of presence B. That's really where all of their eggs are spread out.
Putting up this dash early also indicates to me that they want to dry walk this the entire time. So I don't know how LG has made the read, but they have.
Prowler's going to clear out mid-map. No one's been spotted, but they have that alarm bot there, and we'll see if they try to smoke it out or clear it out or do something to try to delay it. They don't really have any bit of utility. It gets cleared out, and off of that instantly, you see Moose start to take a step back. Make sure there's no flank coming.
Simplifying B-Dog too, so good. All the way in the site, try to get aggressive.
Cloud9 starting to work their way forward. Vanity, the tip of the spear. Amada's gun barrel gives him away as Vanity's able to find one. Tries to snap onto the other, but no, Amada pushes his way forward. 6 bullets left as the flick is clean. But that's all it is. Zeppa still alive. He's got the Nightfall, and there it is. It's going to start to push something back. Vanity has his ultimate too, but do they commit?
One enemy remaining.
Oh, he's able to land the clean shots. Mooses as he gets 2 on the round. Deafened, it didn't matter. They're tied at 8.
And there was definitely an idea there, but the plant from LG really good. They just called the perfect strat against the Cloud9 gamble in that case. Nobody on the A site, and immediately they dry walked and took so much space. I think there was a tell there, though, for LG. That Cloud9 missed, which was Moose put his wall down immediately in this round. Whereas every other one, he's been holding on to it until they decide a site to hit. So the idea there to Nightfall and hopefully potentially try to stick a defuse when they can't hear whether it's going off or not is clear, but that plant spot, great for LG.
A frenzy, right, wins that. Shots go very wide there for Moose.
Haunt just saw
He was
so
almost
much.
alert. Do they reconsider here? Yeah, it looks like they do. They got the Ultor, but they're backing on up.
And again,
Hazel has his res. I wonder if they try to rotate back to get the res.
yeah, definitely an idea, especially because Moose still has that wall in another round, right? Where Moose commits the wall early.
Yeah.
Another note, though, against this buy from Cloud9 is they picked up a gun. LG have been 100% this series on anti-eco conversions. This one's looking a little bit more dicey.
You've got to clear Mitch. Surely you don't try to this, right? The res to swing out as they try to lull him into thinking it into bait, but Mitch repositions, is able to drop another one. There's not gonna be any res on that. This B-Dog trap, who's been left, gets the kill onto Leaf. They were able to draw out the Viper spin. I wonder if they're gonna rotate back. B-Dog has to stay alive here.
Curry just made a play.
He cannot fall.
This timing, so good from him. He knows that B-Dog is crossed and he's gonna get him in the back. Beautiful stuff.
2
from Curry.
frenzy kills. 2 frenzy kills against Rifle. B-Dog falls, and now the attack from LG is left in disarray. Which way do they go? B's not safe, A's not either, with 14 seconds left.
At time.
Resorting to
10
plan
seconds left.
Z, really.
Good mollies and bang. They're going through it, the wall.
It's just not, oh my goodness, are they going to be able to get the spike down? No.
Standing.
Where's Zeppa? He's in the middle. Oh my goodness, there was a moment there. As the Viper spit fell, he jumped out. There was definitely a moment. But for the first time in the series, Cloud9 has pulled off an eco against LG. And surprisingly enough, because Cloud9 has been really good on ecos so far in groups. More so than they have been in the past, and more so than I think a lot of teams in this group stage. But it's not really netted them success in this group stage.
And those type of rounds can be so backbreaking. You hear the Tour de Force, the Blade Storm, nobody giving Mata a target yet. Zeppa was wise to play low. Mitch is about to get her jet in his face. Again, the wall's not able to come up, but Mitch's Phantom drops Mata.
That's 3 rounds he's attempted to do the same thing, or LG have attempted to get the timing onto Mitch. I think twice it's worked. And that time he's aware of it. And it's only, thankfully, Mata on him. Able to deal with the Blade Storm to Jet.
Zeppa here with 4 players on the other side, and I don't know if he's wise to it. Zeppa falls. Vanity now understanding where some of the pressure is coming from. You also have Leaf with the Tour de Force. He has to reposition, understanding the rest of the onslaught's not coming that way. Perhaps Moose can find a kill. He can. How do they respond? Just like that. But the site's going over, the hit's going over to A.
And no wall here. And the Vanity wall comes just in time right now. It will cross through. But this Molly is great. A lot of damage done onto Dazzle. No follow-up though. So
no heal either from Dazzle. Command through. Now they push their way forward. Vanny's going to be able to pinch in a little bit and cause some problems too. B-Dog's stuck. There's no way out from this. He's going to have to take the fight as Tig's up in Nest. And he's able to find two massive kills. Vanny with 30 HP is not going to be able to do it. We're tied up at 9.
a reminder, Cloud9 is fighting for their group stage life. And this is their map pick. Already down 1 map. If you're just joining us, they lost Fracture by 2 rounds, a 13-11 game that went the distance. LG looking to put them away right here, right now. Not rely on Breeze.
That works.
And it's down to an eco round. Hero buy again from Cloud9. Leaf with the rifle. Dropped by Zeppa. Tig is usually here to be able to put down a drone and fight back the B lane if they do want to go for it. Still plenty of time for them to rotate around, but really they're expecting a push from Cloud9. It's just not coming.
Playing on Knife's Edge, both of these teams are, as you see. Just waiting for anything to be shown. Leaf waiting. Dazzle. Foot's giving him away.
And it's all up to B-Dog now, actually. And Tig to work in tandem to try to find a pick on this A site. Curry's in the back, only a frenzy there. They're moving away from the Vandal. Good call from LG. Dry walk it again. Will it pay off this time? They try to punish in mid. Here's Curry.
Fragment to try to buy some time, to try to buy some spaces. Vandy's wall goes down. Now the pop flash doesn't swing. Note that Leaf's Vandal. The thing is, the delay has been so long that now the Vandal has shown up, but Curry and Zeppa have already fallen. 13 seconds left as they try to get the spike down. Mata doing his best to do so as Leaf rotates down and he gets dropped. Now the Viper's Pit becomes a problem as Mitch with 1 HP, not able to get anything going. LG take the lead back.
And they lose 1 anti-eco, but not twice in a row, they say. And I have to give credit to Tig. What a monster in that nest position, consistently finding kills in the back of sight. Over and over, he's shutting down the fast retake from Cloud9 that has been working well from them. But LG have really scraped together a great game, and they find themselves in the lead, I believe, for the first time in this series. Or in this
right.
in this map.
In this map. Yeah, Cloud9 calling a timeout here. Making his weight as you feel the weight of the moment grow. Cloud9 down 1 round, potentially facing a season-ending loss.
And you have to think again what that hero buy costed them. Because Zeppa dropped the rifle to Leaf. And yes, it found themselves a first kill, but not the round. And Zeppa's going to have a weak buy here. Economically, that decision is going to haunt them. Vanity drops the Vandal over to, or Phantom over to Zeppa. What a selfless person. 18 and 15, he's making that decision right now with his season on the line.
It is trust in your playmakers, if I've ever seen it. Here we go, round 20. In the books, Leaf. We're just on the other side. The swing is there. Amada with the flick. Magnetic looking as Leaf falls.
And that head-to-head battle has been super interesting to watch, both between Leaf and B-Dog and between Leaf and Mata. Leaf is playing great, but against two players who are consistently bringing the fight to him, it's tough to come out on top.
Cloud9 trying to find any info that they can. You see Curry's trying to peek his way out of kitchen, see if there's anything coming mid. But again, it's a dry, quiet take. The orb goes up, and you wonder if that's enough of a cue to close the rotate. No, they're patient. Vanity spots one. And again, you still don't really necessarily see heavy rotations. Now they start to come through for Cloud9 as Mata tries to get a height advantage. The orb is going to provide some cover as the spike goes down. Dazzle's able to do so. Note you also have the Hunter's Fury out from Tig. So he's got to be able to stay alive here. They've got him covered. He's well nested here. Protection on all sides. Cloud9 in a pretty brutal spot here. Mata playing up in heaven. Kills have to go Cloud9's way, and then still that's not necessarily enough. The tap brings the Hunter's Fury out as Vanity and Curry able to get a couple of big kills, and now LG members start to fall as Cloud9 continues to push forward. B-Dog's gonna go massive. The one, the second, the flick is there. Tig's left alone. Just 1v1. No, Curry's not able to get anything. He's running for the fences. LG get to 11. Unreal. Unreal out from LG to balloon this lead. Again, Paula, I think it was you who said in the previous round, that's the first round lead, or the first lead they've had all map.
Yep.
And it seems like they're trying to put Cloud9 away.
Oh, they definitely are. They're hungry. Talked about the mental difference of them almost losing that first map. And then to come down, what was it? It was 6-1.
Last player standing.
Excuse me, 5-1 at the beginning of this for Cloud9 in the lead, and LG has brought it back, and they look to be closing this out. Again, the economic implications of the earlier decisions right now has led them to have one rifle in this round, and the rest are ecoing.
Hands a Leaf again, and he's going aggressive. I don't know that they're expecting this level of aggression either. The alarm bot's not going to spot anything. The Leaf gets a time to go Dazzle, turns around at just the right time as Zeppa and Leaf have both fallen.
The star duo of Cloud9 gone in this one. Mitch, Curry, Vanity left to hold the hopes high for Cloud9, but heads low in this situation because another first kill in LG's favor.
And Curry and Vanity just with pistols here. Mitch has a stinger, and that's all it is.
Curry tried to hold on to the back of sight last time, you remember, against B-Dog's flank. In the eco round for them. But once again, LG make the right dry walk. And the wall comes down. You saw Vanity and Curry running away trying to stack a sight, but they make the wrong gamble once again.
30 seconds left.
Try to throw it in reverse. The wall goes up.
Did you just get a spam? Oh my goodness.
Dazzle's trying to get the res back onto Mata, and he does. You see the utility dumped all over the place, denying the plant, and effectively so far, but now Tig has shown up. He's not able to get much else as the frenzy continues to cause problems for Luminosity.
14 seconds.
15 seconds left. Mata's got to get a big kill here. 1-2. The flick is gorgeous. The transfer's there. LG get to map point to series point.
Match
The
point.
playoffs point. Group B will be locked up if LG win right here. We will know who is going to playoffs. And Cloud9 have relied so often on the hero play from Leaf. Feels very much like champions. Feels very much like Cloud9.
You want to play?
Draft dash for the first time. They're going to challenge fast inside this lane.
Yeah, and Leaf was there. He was expecting it. He tries to go down low, and Leaf has to get away. There's too much before him. Curry's able to find the opener. Again, Cloud9, stage hopes on the line. As the wall keeps him back. I don't know that they're expecting Curry. Oh my goodness, they are. 2 shock darts in his lap, and Moose gets the last. Body, head as Curry falls.
What a drone.
Again, we see a spot here where LG just cut noise.
He just saw 2 players inside this lane, so right now they're concerned whether this hit is going to have any success. We've got the TP here from B-Dog. If you can find a shot, that'd be huge, but I think he wants to eventually walk away. Or he's trying to catch the rotates like we've seen many, many times. Vandy just ulted on the other side, the wrong side again.
And this is where you see the denial of information become a problem. The silence is devastating. It's deafening. As now Mitch tries to keep them back. He's only able to get 1.
30 seconds left.
Oh, and LG, it all falls onto Vanity again. He dropped the Viper's Pit, but he's all on the other side of the map. The leader for Cloud9 in a position to have to pull off an insane 1v3 to keep them alive, just to extend the map. Vanity creeping forward. No utility left. Might get a timing on the Tig, but Tig not giving him anything to look at as Vanity has to so precariously, so dangerously check every single corner. Spike ticking. Time not on his side. Molly to provide some space as Vanity taps. Loose down to 1 HP, and it's all it's going to be is LG win this one out. Cloud9 fall.
And LG make it to playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Group B.